Alright guys, so got the JJRC, it's the H26W, that's what the model number was online. My dad did an unboxing video. I'm going to put a link to that in here. I'm going to do more of like an assembly video. Show you guys a quick tutorial on just how to assemble it. When I pulled it out of the package, I mean I've already put this one obviously, but everything was apart. I had to put the legs in, and on the legs you can see it's got the little cutout right there. It's like a little L shape. If you look down in there, you can see there's a notch, and pretty much shows you exactly where it goes. It can only go in one way. So those are really easy to put on. The propellers, they give you a total of 6. These do matter where you put them. It's really cool on here. They've actually got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a B right there. And it's also got an arrow showing what direction. So you can actually look at the propeller and see which direction it needs to go, but also underneath you can see there's a B right there. So that would tell me that, you know, that propeller goes on that shaft. This is how you drive it. This just actually slides down in here, just like so. And then the propeller goes on right here. What I found is easiest, and I didn't do it on this one, I'm going to do it on this one to show you guys. Put this on after you put your shaft in. Makes it a little bit easier because there's screws that go on the top to hold this on. If the propeller's there, it makes it a little bit harder to kind of go around the propeller to install it. So we'll go here. Make sure you plug it in. It's got the LEDs on the bottom here, so that's what this little plug is, to make sure those are going to work for you. Big fingers makes it a little bit hard here. Okay, perfect, so that's in there. I'm going to get a screw. It comes with all these little screws, like you can see. This is how you mount the propeller to the shaft. I'll show you that next. Got the screws to mount the camera to the bottom. And this is plastic, so you don't want to really wrench down on it. You want to just get it in there and get it snug. What I like to do is just kind of get it started. I don't like to run it down all the way until I've got all of them in. Then I'll go around and snug them up. Okay, then these actually come around, and it's got these two little cutouts right there where they go. It's a nice little magnetic screwdriver that they give you in this box to kind of put it all together. What I do is I just put the screwdriver down in, and it'll pick up just one. That way I don't have to dump them out and lose them because they are really small. Okay, on this last one I'll cinch it up. Just snug though. Like I said, it's just plastic. You don't want to strip it out because it'd stink to strip it out before you even get to fly it here. Okay, what you want to do is make sure that's set down in. What I like to do is try to twist it right here. If it doesn't twist very easy, it means it's locked in with that other little gear in there, the drive gear. And then we're going to get our B propeller, which we've got right here. It's a little hard to see, but that is the B propeller. What I did on this other one is I got my prop screw, and I actually started it in here before I put it on there. That way I wasn't trying to hold it all together and get the screw started. And these are a lot smaller than the prop guard screws, so it's really nice having the magnetic screwdriver. See, I would have lost it right there. Alright. you don't want to run this in too far, else the shaft won't go all the way through the prop. So let's get it back over here, make sure we're good to go. One little trick my dad was telling me is if you can see on these, this shaft has a mounting screw down here that holds it on the gear. What he was telling me is for balancing, you can see the hole actually goes completely through the shaft, so when you're mounting propeller, mount it on the opposite side. So that screw would be on this side, this screw will be on this side of the shaft. If you mount it like this and they're both on the same side, that might throw it off balance. So that's what he told me to do. I'm actually going to back it off just a little bit because it's not wanting to go in. And there it goes, it slid in. But that was an example showing you on the screw, so I'm going to take it out and we're going to mount it to the right shaft here. Okay, and I run the screw in a little bit. You kind of got to eyeball it when you run the screw in so it catches the hole. You may not be able to get it off, and trying to twist it and it's stopping. It's telling me that I got it in that hole in the shaft here. What I found as well is these screws, you can't run them all the way in. Just run them in until they're snug. After that, the head of the screw will actually want to strip on you, and then it's going to be really hard to get it out. So that's all set to go. Everything's snug on it. So I'm going to mount the camera really quick. I do have my GoPro I was thinking about putting on here. The benefit of this one, it is a 720p, so it is HD, but it can actually move up and down, side to side. You can actually control it from your controller, the app for your phone. You can move it around. So I'm going to put this one on there. It's got 3 connectors on the bottom. I'm going to hook them up first. So they're color coded. You got 2 white ones and they're different sizes, so it makes it easy on being able to see where they go. You got a fat white one which goes right down there. What I like to do is I'll just use the screwdriver, make sure you don't go in between the wires, and just kind of clip it right in place. Now I got the white one and the red one. Make sure you put them in the right way. They're very small, so it's a little bit hard. Okay, and it gives a little click when it's in. I'll do the same thing with this one here. Kind of get it started. Nope, I pushed that one right in. Okay, so there is our camera, and as far as the way it mounts down here, actually is going to flip around. You can see how it's got this little, it's a catch really. It will actually, should slide under on this guy right here, but backwards. So we got 2 screw mounts right there. Make sure we don't get it all twisted here. Let's see. I want to make sure you have those in, because it looks like once the camera's mounted, you're not going to be able to plug those in. So I'm just looking at the camera here and just figuring out how it mounts. So bear with me, guys, the instructions are just a little Chinese. Turn the aircraft using the and the red at the bottom of the aircraft for connecting. Okay. Well, I don't read Chinese and I'm more hands-on, so let's just get this to work here. Front of the quad, so it is on right. I mean, those are definitely the mounting screws that go through there, right there. It just is catching down on that. I think I might have discovered the problem here. Okay, that's what it is. So during casting here, this little groove actually slides down in. I couldn't see that because it was all plastic, so you might need to get a razor knife. As you can see, I just used the screwdriver. Yeah, it'll slide down in right there. I couldn't see it because it had that plastic over it, but that's how it goes. Okay, we'll get a couple of mounting screws for the camera. Barely get one started and then go put the other one in, then cinch them up after they're both started. Okay, cinch there. And cinch there. Okay. So well, that's kind of the gist of it, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, get the other two put on. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll also put my dad's in here as well, so you can subscribe to him. We've got these. We're going to fly them. We're going to be posting some videos on YouTube. Hopefully we can get some decent footage. Before I go, I'm going to show you. This is where actually the battery is held. There's a screw that holds it in right there. I actually got it out. I'm charging it right now. This goes into your computer, or you can do a wall outlet with a block, but it actually goes through and it's got the lights indicating right there. I believe when it's charged it goes solid green rather than flashing. So got that charging. They say in the instructions about an hour and a half, charge it up, and then you get roughly 7 to 8 minutes of flight time on the battery. So alright guys, well, if you liked the video, hopefully it's helpful. These drones, from what we've seen, they're going to be awesome. The best bang for your buck. Parts for them are really cheap. I know if I were to go out and buy the expensive Phantom, I'd destroy it, and then for what it would cost to fix it, I could probably buy a new one. So this is going to be awesome. It's going to be a good starter. And once we get some video of them in flight, we'll give you, quality of the video on here. We'll put that on YouTube. That way you guys can kind of see. It's 720p, so it should be pretty good. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and thanks a bunch.